Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome once again to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com as always, and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. WWE Battleground is this coming Sunday live on pay-per-view. You can check out the coverage at NoDQ.com. You can submit questions, spring.me/Aaron Rift, and it looks like everything is all cleared up with FormSpring now and it's working again. Spring.me, whatever they're calling themselves. Anyways, let's get right down to your questions today. First one comes from Slapnuts316. Hey Aaron, long-time watcher, first time I'm asking a question. What did you think about the debut of Los Matadores? I like the entrance and the in-ring work, but do you think that this gimmick can last long-term? Your thoughts, please answer in video. A lot of people have asked me about this. I have mixed feelings. I did think that the entrance was unique, and I liked the little midget guy coming out, the bull. And as far as the match goes, I mean, the thing about the gimmick is that it's very 80s, 90s, old school cartoon WWE. And I don't know if that's going to work here in 2013 in the modern WWE world. It just seems like a very outdated gimmick. And you know, the in-ring work was good. I enjoyed, you know, it was very flashy, and I liked the finish that they had. So yeah, I don't know if this is something that's going to work long term. It did seem like the crowd was starting to get into it a little bit towards the end. I think that the in-ring work did help matters, but you know, I don't know if the over-the-top entrance is going to mean that the gimmick lasts long term. I mean, you look at the Wyatt family and they have a cool entrance, but that whole gimmick is starting to lose steam. So I don't know if this is something that's going to work out long term. I'm definitely very much on the fence about it. All right, this one comes from Romney Full Dark. Aaron, after Cody and Goldust beat Rollins and Reigns at Battleground, what do you think is going to be the next step for both of them? Well, I'm hoping that Cody Rhodes gets a big push out of this and he's able to get to the next level. You know, I've really been enjoying this storyline with the Rhodes family and Triple H and Stephanie. And realistically, of all the matches at Battleground, this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. So I'm hoping it definitely elevates Cody. But in the short term, I would like to see Cody and Goldust get the tag team titles, and you know, really, you have Cody and Goldust now together, so why not capitalize on that and go all the way and let them have a run as tag team champions? I think that would be really cool, and you know, maybe even split them up at some point and do that match at WrestleMania that's been talked about for the past couple of years. You know, I'd like to see that. I would like to see that storyline continue, and maybe there be some kind of friction between the two of them, and you know, let them have a feud for a while. And you know, with the ultimate goal being that Cody gets to the next level and can possibly be a future main eventer. So you know, that would be the ideal situation. And you know, I am expecting them to win on Sunday, and you know, that'll be Cody's way of getting back into the regular storylines and being, you know, officially a member of the roster again in storyline. All right, this next one comes from Marino HD. Do you think that Shawn Michaels will get involved in this storyline with Triple H, and what would be the purpose? Please answer in video if possible. There's been a lot of talk right now, a lot of rumors going around that Shawn Michaels might be a part of this storyline with Daniel Bryan and Triple H. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Shawn Michaels was the guy that trained Daniel Bryan, and the thing is, they've never appeared on camera before together in WWE, so I think it would be a good idea to have Shawn Michaels come out and put over Daniel Bryan and give him the seal of approval. And you can have Shawn Michaels coming out and trying to set Triple H straight. So it's a really interesting dynamic there. So I would like to see it happen, and realistically, I think that there's a very good chance that Shawn Michaels will come in at some point, and you know, that will definitely add to the drama in the storyline. You know, will Triple H listen to his longtime friend, or will that create more friction between Shawn Michaels and Triple H? So, you know, it would definitely be something interesting to see, and you know, I think it would do Daniel Bryan a lot of good, because I don't know if a lot of the audience even knows that Shawn Michaels trained Daniel Bryan, besides the fact that Triple H mentioned it on television. So yeah, bringing back Shawn Michaels, having him and Daniel Bryan and Triple H all in the ring together, I think it would make for some captivating television. All right, this next one comes from the Potato Lord. Why do you think that SummerSlam's 2003 buy rate was disappointing? Raw was the best it has been in years leading up to SummerSlam, and it had a good card top to bottom, and it had some awesome matches. That is a very good question. I think that the main reason is that in 2012, SummerSlam did a better than usual buy rate because of the fact that Brock Lesnar still had some drawing power. And honestly, I think that drawing power is gone now. Whatever extra interest Brock Lesnar generated when he was on pay-per-view, I think that is gone now, and it doesn't matter if he's on the pay-per-view or not. So, I think that was the main reason. And, maybe it was the way Daniel Bryan was built up. Usually you make the challenger for the title match, seem like a credible threat. And what you had was Vince McMahon coming out calling him a troll, and the fact that Daniel Bryan was handed the title shot. Maybe that caused people to not be interested in buying the pay-per-view. I don't know. The Brock Lesnar CM Punk build-up I thought was tremendous, and going in, people seemed way more interested in this year's SummerSlam than last year's SummerSlam. So, it's really hard to say. It could be a combination of a lot of things, but as I mentioned earlier, I think Brock Lesnar not being the draw that he was last year would be the biggest reason. All right, next question here. Do you still think that WWE should go back to 2 hours, or have you changed your previous opinion on the matter? I have not changed my opinion. I still think that Raw is better as a 2-hour show, especially now that the brand extension is all but dead, and you have guys on both shows every week. It's just overkill. I think that it's too much television, and it drags on more times than not. Now, the one positive is that the matches have been longer. They've been given more time. So, that's a good thing. And, a lot of the roster has a chance to be on the show. When it was 2 hours, some guys get cut and, they don't get the TV time. But I just think when it was 2 hours, it was faster paced, and, a lot of the filler is cut out when it's 2 hours. With 3 hours, you're trying to stretch it out. And because of that, you get a lot more filler segments too. So if it was me, if I had a choice, I had a say in the matter, I would keep Raw at 2 hours and end this experiment with the 3 hours. But they're still drawing decent ratings with the 3 hours, and that's more money for USA Network. So they're going to keep doing it as long as the ratings stay at a decent level. All right, this next one comes from Jeroen Inc. Do you think that the WWE crowds have improved? I do think that overall, compared to 15 years ago, I think the crowds have definitely improved a lot. The crowds tend to appreciate the wrestling more than they used to. You look back during the Attitude Era, and one of the negatives about that period is that the fans only reacted to the entrances. They loved the characters, but once the bell rang and the guys actually wrestled, nobody cared. And now I think that the crowds react a lot to the moves, and just basic moves the crowds react to. And I think a lot of it has to do with just WWE, and they've conditioned the fans to react a certain way to things, and WWE deserves credit for that. And I just think, with the internet and all that, you have fans that are more familiar with the moves and are more familiar with the characters than you did 15 years ago. Because if you didn't watch the TV shows, and then you just went to a WWE event randomly, you didn't really know what's going on. But now with the internet, with DVR, fans are able to watch it at their convenience compared to 15 years ago. So, I mean, times have changed, and it's just a different era. But, yeah, I do think that, the crowds now overall are definitely better than they were 15, 20 years ago. All right, final question today. It seems like Aces and Eights, their breakup is imminent. How many more impacts do you think before this crap is done? Well, Bound for Glory is what, 2 weeks away now, so about 2 weeks, unless there's some sort of swerve and the Aces and Eights members all come back and Bully Ray retains the title or whatever. I'm hoping that this is it. That I like the way that they've actually done the split, knocking off one member at a time, and by the time Bound for Glory rolls around, I'm assuming that Bully Ray will be all by himself, and they're gonna put the focus on the Dixie Carter storyline now, and that'll be the end of Aces and Eights. That's what I'm hoping, but I'm not going to rule anything out. There's always that possibility that all the guys will come back at Bound for Glory and help Bully Ray, and it'll just continue on. But I'm really hoping that this is it, and they go in a new direction after Bound for Glory. All right, that'll do it for this edition of No DQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. Subscribe. YouTube.com/NoDQ&AW. Tell a friend on Facebook or Twitter. Share the video on those sites. And I will see you guys next time for more No DQ&A video.